Hi friends, I'm TTB. Welcome back to Mechwarrior Online News. We have a interesting little development. We've got an 8v8 quick play weekend from Thursday, which has already started, up until the patch on March 22nd, 10 a.m. PST. We will have a 8v8 quick play queue instead of 12v12. Why are they doing this? Well, they say they're trying to compile some gameplay and server data for the event mode queue design. So they're working on an event queue. And what could this mean for the event queue? It could mean that in the event queue, it could be a limited size queue. It could be something that has a 4v4 game mode or an 8v8 game mode. It could be 8v8 assaults only, 8v8 light mechs only. Like you name it, they could do whatever events they want. This is, I think, a positive thing. And it's also going to be interesting to see how 8v8 actually plays out, because that used to be the basic game mode back in the day. I was saying that we're interested to see what we think of 8v8 versus 12v12. So if you're interested in getting in on the discussion, of course, leave a comment below on the YouTube channel, but also hop onto the forums and let them know your thoughts as well. Important to note, if you don't enjoy it, keep in mind Quickplay will go back to normal after this weekend, after March 22nd. You will be back in 12v12 mode. Then there was a little bit of backlash on that post, so there was a update later on from PGI saying regarding the 8v8 weekend event, they're aware that they should have provided some heads up. I don't think that that's going to be a huge problem. I think PGI should be able to do these things and experiment. You know that I'm always speaking out for them to try out new things, experiment a little bit. So I don't have that much of an issue with that. Saying that that is a PGI initiative for data purposes, not a cauldron suggestion. So just want to try out new things. It's not permanent. We've already talked about that as well. While there has been a discussion in the past regarding reverting Quickplay back to the original 8v8 we had at launch, this event is specifically for gathering data for an upcoming event mode queue. That being said, if the discussion on permanently reverting back to 8v8 were to come up again, we are now gathering more recent data and feedback. Okay. We understand that 4-person groups have a lot of influence in 12v12 matches and even more in 8v8, and that is being taken into consideration as well. Some have expressed concerns that we launched this event while running 2 other events that have much slower requirements. That's why they are adding 7 days to the events that are currently running. That would be the free mech, the free Uzeal, as well as the next event that is happening. Details in one of the next videos on my YouTube channel. Okay, what I want to really focus in a little bit here is that 4-person groups influence. I mean, you guys know that I have been advocating for the better part of 2 years now that I think that groups should not have a place in Quickplay because they are completely skewing the way that those matches play out. They have a great chance of skewing the way that matches play out in one way or another. If you have a really, really good group, then you're gonna win, and if you're gonna have a really, really bad group, then you're going to lose the match, and that is it. The matchmaker cannot balance for groups. It can balance player numbers or whatnot. It can try and balance tonnages, but it cannot balance against synchronized builds and people working as a team. And team play is very powerful. And as in a group, of course, you will have more team play than if you play with other randoms, right? So, can't be balanced. I would like to see that removed. I would like to see groups in a group queue and not in a quick play queue. And of course, there will be people that have different opinions, but that's just my personal opinion. What do I think about this 8v8 idea? I think it's a great idea. I think it's a great way to test out how 8v8 would play out in the game. I just had a little in-game discussion with GRAM. We basically said that, yeah, one of the problems with 8v8 is that in 12v12, if you make an individual mistake, well, it's one guy out of 12 that fucked up and died. In 8v8, it's one guy out of 8 that fucked up and died. So the individual impact of making bad decisions in the game, of potato, of leaving your teammates behind, or of walking into an area where you're not supposed to be, is going to be even more significant. So it's TLDR, that we put it very plain. If you fudge up in the game, it's going to be much more visible to the rest of your teammates. And we've had some games, quite a couple of games actually, where people were just playing like it's 12v12, which is just headless, potato, no communication, no nothing. And you will see that if you have enemies on the other side that can make use of that, that can take that advantage and exploit it against you, the match is going to be over very quickly with like a 8 kills to 1, 8 kills to 2. So that's why I'm saying individual mistakes are showing up a lot more. There's also more chance right now, in my opinion, for the matchmaker to fudge up. We've had multiple matches where the enemy team had 3, 4, 5 assaults, and your own team would have like 2 or 1. So the balancing there is problematic, especially 8v8. Once again, every little bit of tonnage counts, every player counts. So balancing is going to be a little bit of a problem. I would like to see an event queue that goes 8v8 or maybe even 12v12 and just removes the groups and let that event run for 2 weeks and see how that would look like. Unsouping off the queue test run, that would be cool to see how that would look like, because I might be wrong. Maybe the matches play out the same way. Maybe the matches get even worse without groups in quick play. I might be wrong on this. I mean, with this, they're building the foundation to try it out, and I would fully wholeheartedly support it. So get in on the discussion, guys, and let them know what you think. On the positive side, of course, individual positive actions, strong play, strong tactical play, doing good damage and whatnot, taking out enemy weak spots, taking out enemies quickly, will shine a little bit more because, again, there's less people on the playing field. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, guys, if you found this video helpful, share with your friends, hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so yet, you lazy bums. And of course, if you want to support me, you can either join the channel by clicking the join button or check out the links in the video description below. This has been TTB saying have a great day. Bye-bye.